Oh, man. No problem.
Trying to get this up there on the hook on the deal, but I'm too short.
It don't have it's got
The
two
hooks are
things
in
on the wall, huh?
The hooks are in there, and so I get the curtain rod on it. You know.
Whoa, look right there. Looky right there. Oh, man. Well, we waited to see if you made it home, and I said, well, I'm going to be up, so I might well get on the air and see who all's in here. I'm glad you made it home safe. We had a pretty good day today. You got a sunshine break. I believe that's the first sunshine we had since I've been here. Oh, they should be showing up. Usually when I post it, I don't know. They may have a live feed going somewhere else too. See, this be on the West Coast time. It'd be already 1:47, so that most of them would be going to bed.
They're already going to bed.
People in Australia just now their life is just getting started.
Oh.
Yeah, they're in Florida. They're 3 hours different. So, Sick is up a lot of hours. He burns the oil pretty late. He don't have much limitation. Hey, little buddy. Got my little dog here. Here, come here, little buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm going to get the little dog and put him on the screen. Come here, little puppy. Come here. Come here. Thought I'd get the little dog on here. Come on, little buddy. Well, at least I can say I was on. Let me see. 12 hours from now would be 10:49 in the morning. 10:46 in Australia. So they may be out running around doing their thing, during the daytime over there. It's hard to work out a schedule between the two continents.
Need to go outside and study, girl, boy. Need to go outside.
I saw him earlier. I did see him earlier, and I watched one of his videos earlier. He's taking care of his eye, so that was good to see. He thinks his eye cancer probably started. Oh, hi, Irina. He thinks his cancer probably started with just a grain of sand hitting his eye at high speed, and then mucus formed around it, and then inflammation, or however that happens. And but he may have more of a story to tell about that since he's already had it removed. Well, if you could go on with your camera. All you got to do is go to that web address I posted over there. There's an Australian guy right there. You must be on West Coast time. I am. It's right now officially 10:48. Oh, that's not Dave. That's north by southeast. Dave lives over there in Perth on the other side of the country. Bring him over here if you step over. Oh, you're a Georgia boy. That's right, southeast. Oh yeah. You're. My apologies. I should have seen that song. Um, yeah, we have a what's his Oz north by. Oh, I don't remember his name. Well, yeah, you're 3 hours Georgia. Yeah, you're already at 1 o'clock. Or yeah, you're getting late. You're up late tonight. This is Friday night. This is the night you celebrate. Look right here. See, do you see Dave over there? Dave ain't on here. Yeah, I've gone to the dogs. Brrr. Oh, look at this. Let me take me off the screen. I want you to see my. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to remove me from the screen. Okay. Okay. Let's see. How am I going to remove me off the screen? Back on the stage. Back on the stage again. All right, we got comments all over in here. Let me see. Let me go back up here to comment. Now, okay, I'm sitting out in the dark. Just was watching the elk and seen your live. Oh, okay. Oh, you're in a great country. If you're over near Ray Gregory, man, he lives in heaven over there. At least he makes it seem like heaven. Um, he he sure enjoys riding that country over there. Yeah, I told Angelique, I said, since we're going to be up for a while, why not just go live on? I wish I knew how to make that thing go all the way over there. I don't know how to do that, but I thought that was about the coolest thing. There's Sick right there. Sick, you got a gentleman in Georgia just north of you there, and you got my son over there in Kirkland, Washington. Sick, have you been a good boy while I've been gone? Come in and join me. Here, come here, Sick. Let me, I'll put the invite back up again. I'll copy it and stick it back over here. I'll put it right down here. Now, hit that link there, Sick, and I ain't seen you in quite a few days. So we were out exploring the Pacific Northwest today. You guys may or may not have heard about it, but we had a storm here. That was one of the strong storms. They called it a bomb cyclone. We went out and looked at the devastation. It's hundreds of miles of devastation. We're not talking about just a little wind here and a little bit there. Over 1 million without electricity in the Seattle area. My son's power didn't come on until back last night. You'll make it, buddy. You know how to do it. You know how to get in there. Oh, there he is, right over there. Hell, I'm sorry, buddy. You didn't make no noise while you was down there.
What's up, Mac?
We're just happy to see you.
How are you? I fell asleep in the middle during poor Ray's live stream.
He was doing his live stream tonight, but we was on the road. It was already over by the time we got back from where we was traveling today.
I was up for some of it, but I couldn't make much of it. I fell asleep about halfway through.
I was watching you yesterday, and you lit up a joint.
Oh,
and you started coughing. You said, "Man, I got to give that something other that brand wasn't good for you."
Yeah.
I believe I just harked up a lung.
So how you been, Mac? I see you were sightseeing a little bit today, right?
Yeah. When you if you get, I don't know if you got to see the elk or not, but there's a little short 30-second clip of the elk. The elk has been driven down by the extreme bad weather up here. We're talking about, Sterling Wheel. Him and we crossed trails over a week ago down in Weed, California.
No kidding.
Weed, California. That's the name of the place. Weed, California.
No way, yeah.
The damn place is blocked up. When we came through there, it was snowing from there all the way up into Oregon. Once we got through there, they blocked up the freeway, and the freeway's been blocked up for a day or two down there. I-5 is blocked.
No kidding.
Because of the snow.
Yeah.
Oh, there's trees. There's 200-foot trees laying across the freeway. I mean, it went through that forest like it was nothing.
Wow.
See
Yeah,
what happened?
I heard that there's like a bomb cyclone or something
Yep.
going on.
Yeah. Here's what happens in Florida and Alabama when you would get a wind. It can be very violent. 200-mile-per-hour wind is nothing unusual. However, it's hot 85-degree wind.
Yeah.
When you get the temperature in the 40s, the air becomes so heavy, it just pushes a 200-foot tree over like it's nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Because the air is so heavy.
Yeah.
And full of moisture.
Full of moisture, yeah.
But we're hoping at the end of December, we're going to look at the mountain passes. I would sure like to come back to Sturgis. I want to go over there to Fast and Loud, or whatever he calls himself now.
Yeah.
The guy built his bar up in Sturgis. We used to have a show called
Gas Monkey.
Gas Monkey Garage. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I'd like to stop there and have a cold beer and take a video. And he's not going to be there. He's going to be in a plush place down in Texas somewhere.
Yeah.
His laborers will be up there in the cold.
Just double check to make sure they're still open.
Have they been talk?
Well, they said they were going to be open all year round, but you know how that goes.
I'm going to tell you, in 1962, the first time we went to Sturgis, you wasn't even born yet.
No.
1962.
Yeah, I wasn't even born yet.
When we got over there, there was almost none of the places that exist today. The ones that's there today have been added onto and built. But when we used to go, we carried everything on the bike that you was going to have. Like I've seen you load your bike up. You got a sissy bar. You load that thing down as much as you can put on it.
Yeah.
And you got up in the front. You got a pouch up there by the headlight. I mean, you carry all your stuff. Back in our days, we had to have inner tubes and a patching kit.
Yeah.
Because that was a way of life.
Yeah, because you never know what you're going to get on the road.
Well, you keep in mind when you left the Seattle area to go to Sturgis, that's 800 miles of dirt road. I-90 had not been built yet. The interstate system had not been built. In 62, it was only an imagination what it's going to be like.
Wow.
And when you got to Spokane, Washington, you hit the dirt. When you come up through Wallace, all up through there, over to Old Great Falls, and when you got through there, that was mountainous dirt. I mean, heavy construction up there. And then once you left Great Falls, Montana, heading down towards Billings and down through there, the road was flatter, but it was not in much better shape. It was beat out with big, heavy trucks hauling stuff to build the highway.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I just remember here's the deal. Once you got over in that part of the country, Sturgis was Rapid City. Everybody know what was going on down there in the Black Hills and everything. But when you got to Sturgis, it was most people they didn't have motel chains or none of that stuff, but you could get a room there. You could get a place. You could bed down almost anywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, women love motorcycles, and they could hear us coming for over 100 miles away, and they'd be in town waiting for old Mac.
I bet.
Yeah, buddy. Not just me. Every old swinging dick. I mean, guys like that can be rolling into town. The women are going to be there for you.
Yeah.
It's just a given.
Yeah. That's
cool.
And
listen to this. Look at what my son just said there. He said, you had a stoplight on US 90. Would you believe when you got to North Bend, where we was at today, there was a stoplight on the freeway. All the traffic had to come to a standstill.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what it was like back in those days.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, US 90 was it took years to ever get it across the Rocky Mountains to get all that stuff done. Um, Joyce's husband, um, he worked over there, and he lived in Montana. He worked there. Oh my God, he made the money building the freeway. And you can ask her, pretty little old 19-year-old girl out of San Francisco come by and said, "Hey, big boy." That pretty well ended that marriage. He done moved on to bigger and better things. Didn't he, sis?
Oh, yeah.
She ain't talking about it. She's keeping quiet. Prepping them pillows.
Yeah. I was in bed after dinner. I was in bed by 7 o'clock.
Oh,
I was telling about when Ray was working over there in Montana.
oh yeah.
He brought that little heifer home with him. You remember?
18-year-old girl.
18-year-old girl.
He
Yeah.
was a trumper.
He hadn't been invented yet in that period of time.
No, he was.
Yeah,
That was back in the 68.
68. Yeah,
No, years ago before anybody was even.
we go back a long ways.
Wow.
He was just trying to act his age. He was 30-something years
Well,
old.
I mean, he was a guy that
35 years old, hunting for 18-year-old. That's what he was. Had a wife and 2
AKA
kids.
fun bag. Yeah, that's right.
A wife and 2 kids. 3 kids.
The Thanksgiving's on the 28th this year, huh?
Sure, as a kind of
Yeah.
because I remember when I was a kid of having Thanksgiving on the 28th. That's how many. It's been a long time since it came on the 28th.
Yeah. It's been on the 25th. It's been on the 24th.
Yeah, 24th. That's right. Yeah, I thought it was a little bit late this time of the year. I mean,
Yeah.
well, look at Easter, how this moved around. When we was kids, we had a set Easter day.
Yeah.
And now it can be anywhere from late March to up into April.
Yeah.
You almost never know.
My dad's birthday is the 25th. We always celebrated his birthday on Thanksgiving.
What do you think about my new cap here, Stick? Let me if you can get it over here so you can see it.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I got in the back. It's got the USA.
That's sweet.
I'm glad my son didn't steal it from me. He was here today, and I had to keep an eye on it real close, make sure he didn't get my cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don was saying there, Montana alone had 500 miles of mostly unpaved, highway.
Wow.
And back in the 60s, even 90 wasn't a good highway. US 90 was not a good highway. It was wore out as recently as building a new freeway. You remember back in the 50s, Dwight D. Eisenhower, the president of the United States, declared they would be a freeway system.
Yeah. What was that called? It was called something, old Mr. Mac. It was called the highway superstructure or the something or other like that. And he vowed to get all the highways connected in from east to west and north to south. And it was Eisenhower's idea, 287 and all that, and the turnpikes and 80s and 90 and 40 and 10.
I think my sister is making herself a
I'm making myself a mango mama.
mango mama. She's
It's a
making
mango passionate mama.
mango passionate mama.
Yeah. Anybody want some?
Is that mango you
It's
say?
mango, yeah, juicy, and there's no sugar added.
Now, let me just try a little.
I'll
Well,
fix one now.
yeah, just give me just one shot. Don't give me a heavy.
I don't do heavy.
Yeah, I had that was way too heavy last night.
You put
I
2
never
drops.
thought I'd ever say it, but as you get older, you realize you have limits.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I didn't know it. I didn't know it.
You didn't know it.
Oh, come on, Mac.
All you had to do was
No, that's
ask.
enough. My God Almighty,
That's
you poured
only one
half.
shot. We put 2
You
in your
put
other one.
doubles. You just. Oh my God. Put half of it in there.
I will.
Oh,
Jesus, you're
Now come on, keep
well.
pouring a little bit more.
She's heavy on. She's heavy-handed, huh?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, and he's
That's
a little,
good. That's good right there.
He's being a little pimpy here.
I know. Well, I've been a little bit under the weather. Well, it's mostly I've been having like alcohol convulsions. You know, they feed you that up here. It's just. I mean, you can't even sit down and like. There you go, Mac. Okay, I'll try another one.
I didn't even give you a half. I gave you a quarter of a shot.
And that's good. Mango, I'm having a orgasmic moment here. Thank you, please.
Yes. On a
Yeah,
quarter
mango.
of a shot.
I love mango. Mango's delicious.
That's good, isn't it?
We had mango. Didn't we have mango?
Mango Mama
Mango Mama.
wine.
We had Mango Mama wine.
This is vodka Mango Mama. Passion. Lots of passion in this one. He couldn't handle it. Only a quarter of a shot.
Tell me where I'm glad my son is in here and you're in here and North by Southeast, he's in here. What is North by Southeast's name, Sick? I keep calling him that guy. Do you remember, what is his name?
That man.
I just can't. I can't think.
I'll give you another quarter of a shot and you think.
Oh, no, we're doing good. We're going to be here. We're going to leave here on the day after 28th, I guess, 28th of December. And it all depends on what the freeways are doing. Because, see, you can get a rainstorm off the Pacific that can wash everything away between here. And then the problem is when you get to up there in North Dakota, I'm sorry, South Dakota, when you get there to hit I-29 South, that damn river washes out. Every year the river washes out. We were stuck last year. We got to Council Bluff, and we were going to go up to hit I-90 up in South Dakota. But unfortunately, when we got to Council Bluff, they've closed the freeway down. We couldn't go any further north. So we had to end up going all the way across Nebraska and all the way across Wyoming. And I don't like doing that.
That is really good stuff. No sugar.
Yeah, I wish I could share this right here. Son,
Heh.
America, man. Oh, yeah.
America.
Okay, Beautification Act.
Yeah.
Mimi Eisenhower wanted to get rid of the billboards. No, son, no. Now, this is where you and I are going to bump heads here. It was Lady Bird Johnson that wanted to do away with the billboards. Lady Bird Johnson, Lyndon Baines Johnson's wife, Lady Bird. Mimi Eisenhower, she was an elegant lady that she never thought very much about nothing. Oh, see, we got a person from Thailand in here.
Good morning, OC.
Dinah, don't you agree with me now? Listen to this. It was Lady Bird Johnson that did away with the billboards. You were just in a wrong decade. I know decades.
All this done.
We passed out in Ray's, OC. Did you stay there for the whole live?
Okay, OC, man, I haven't seen or talked with you for a while. I think the last time I was on here, you came on live. Did you see the link that I posted? Let me put the link back up here again. We ain't gonna quit till we fill this page up there, Sick.
You could pin him. You could pin the link to the Top of the chat in YouTube if you want.
What? How do you do that?
You have to go to the YouTube side of it, go to the chat, and then
Yeah.
go to the three dots next to the link, and then
Yeah.
say pin to top of page.
Ah, okay. Uh, I'll remember that in the future.
It has to be on
Yeah.
the YouTube side of it, though, not in the StreamYard side of it. I don't think I can do it. I think you're only able to do it, Mr. Mac. I'll try.
Uh,
Let me
my
see.
son Dunn said, "I was just testing you."
You're just testing me.
Yeah, when he threw that thing out there, he was checking, making sure my mind was still sharp.
That's all he was doing is he's just making sure you're on point.
Well, and listen to this. Here's how you talk to your kids that are sick, and any of you folks is listening in. Son, I brought you into this world, and I can take you out.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. If you
Oh,
could have seen this old man tonight, we was in a big casino, one of the largest I've ever been in, and oh my God, I hit it good. I mean, I come out there. I
yeah.
did great.
You
I
did
didn't
good.
go in the hole. I know somebody that did, but I'm not going to mention his name. But no, I ain't gonna do that. I'll start a rumor. But I know somebody in the living room in there that she got it was deep into the pocketbook.
Yeah, huh?
But anyhow, if you could have seen me hobbling around, it'd be I just need to. Yeah, that's right. And my boy, he's a big one, but he can run. At
Uh,
one time, he was a world class marathon runner. That's done. And probably, if he had to, he could probably get up some speed. But if you could have seen me in the casino tonight, them having to help an old man hobble around to the bathroom and stuff, and without stepping on people and barreling my way through stuff, they was, oh my God, we ate one of the best suppers tonight. It was so damn good. I had lemon pie too. You don't
nice.
get no better than that. I'm drinking. She just made me. What did she call this thing? Some kind of a
Mango
uh,
Mama. Mama.
mango passionate mama.
There you go. Mango Passion Mama.
Yeah, I think this is. Vodka. Is it vodka or tequila? It's vodka,
I think it's
and
vodka.
it's that potato vodka.
Yeah.
At least all the old dead soldiers are gone. That's good.
It's probably early there still, right, Mac?
Pardon me.
It's probably early there still. Was it 11 o'clock now?
11:18. It was 11:15.
Yeah.
We've been going to bed here at. Well, I go to bed variable times, but normally the house starts shutting down around 1 o'clock in the morning here, and that's 3 in the morning for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
No,
still on the East Coast time.
yeah.
It's just been just a really good trip so far. The animals are laying everywhere. There's one right under my feet.
Yeah,
There's
they're
one.
doing good. They adjusted well.
Oh, and there's one laying right over there.
Yeah.
These little animals, they just love one another. The little girl, she kind of gets away with a lot of things because she's still a puppy, and they don't bother her. But if I give my Theo a piece of bacon, that processed bacon,
Yeah.
that little girl will come over and take it right out of his mouth.
Yeah. That's pretty funny. I had the dogs visited the other day. I got the title finally. I got the title for the van, Mac.
Oh,
Yeah, I got it signed over to me. I just got to get the. She needs to sign a bill of sale, or else I can just make one up, and then I'll be good. I
She's
got an.
not going to contest it.
Well, I mean, no, I don't think so. I mean, I got the appointment to get it inspected on December 5th, and that's it.
Pretty soon your dream will be realized. You'll be able to live in a van down by the river.
That's it.
Chris Farley,
That's
yeah,
it.
motivational speaker.
Yeah. Fat guy, little coat.
Well, I tell you, what I'm really surprised is no Aussies are in here. You know, they're all out there riding their bike. You remember, summer is showing up there. They got warm weather.
No, OC's here. OC's
Yeah,
OC.
I know, but he's not Aussie anymore. He's over in Thailand.
Yeah, I know, but he still counts as an Aussie.
Sure. I think they still love him over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
OC question mark.
Yeah.
Question.
What do you mean I'm not an OC? What do you mean I'm not an Aussie? Oh, that's funny.
Hey, I see where he's going with this. It's like a Marine. There's no such thing as an ex-Marine. You're going to be a Marine all your life.
Yeah.
Once you're an Aussie, that's it.
That's it. You're an Aussie.
There's no going back.
Yeah.
It's 2:15 in the afternoon in Thailand already, Saturday afternoon.
Wow.
2:15 Saturday afternoon in Thailand.
That's crazy.
I know it's hard. I mean, look at how just in the last 20 or 25 years, how we have shrunk the world down to smaller and smaller. And now it's a commonplace. People just sit and talk to one another, and up to 10 people on the screen, and going down the highway doing you riding your Harley while going to the doctor's office and doing a live broadcast, you know. They don't get no better than that. Technically, OC, you are in the future. One of these days, me and Sick, we're going to say, beam us up, OC.
That's it.
Beam us up.
OC, do you visit family or anything back in Australia ever, or you haven't been there in years or anything? I wonder if he travels back and forth. That's got to be a trip. That's got to be. Well, actually, it's on the same side of the planet as he is. Australia is just north. I mean, south of Thailand, right? So he's kind of close.
Right. Well, it's 2:19 in the morning in Georgia. So,
yeah.
All his siblings are long gone. I'm the youngest of 9. Oh, my God. Well, condolences to your family. There was 10 of us. There was 10 of us in our family, and there's 5 of us left. The hardcore is hanging in there.
That's it.
The youngest of 9. I'm the number 3 of 10.
Can I talk to you outside?
Yeah, sure.
Born before World War II. We were talking about this. We was watching a show today all about the Great Depression and how it was developed, and then all of a sudden war broke out in Europe. And knowing that my brothers, 2 of my brothers, was born back in the 30s, 1935, 1936, somewhere like that. And there's, one of them is still alive. Being born before World War II and seeing the boys come home, it was a big event. So I was only like 6 years of age, but I was already going to school, and I was quite aware. And then in 1952, I got to meet a great warrior. In 1952, there was a great warrior named Dwight D. Eisenhower running for the president of the United States.
Wow.
And the men loved him. You got to keep in mind, in Alabama, in that period of time, they were so democratic. Everything was democratic. And he was a really staunch Republican, but he won over the hearts and minds of the men that served under him in the war.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he was much beloved. I went up to see him. I watched him make his speech. And the man that was running against him, his name was Adlai Stevenson. And the very following week, I went to see Adlai Stevenson speak. And I could tell from the crowd size, keep in mind it was predominantly all Democrats when Adlai Stevenson come down, and that was the party of choice. So the crowd was big, but wasn't as enthusiastic as it was when Eisenhower showed up.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, we don't want to do talking politics, but we got to watching this thing today, and I was telling about some of the great things, the highway system, the interstate system. A lot of things came out of that, out of those darkest of days in American history, to go on to be wonderful days, other than the war. A lot of inventions. You got to keep in mind, the transistor had not even been invented yet. And when I was born in 1940, ABC, NBC, and CBS didn't even have a station. They had radio.
40 Mac?
They had radio. They had no TV station.
You were born in 40 Mac, huh? My dad.
1940.
Yeah, my dad was born in 44, I think.
Wow, OC had 4 brothers and 4 sisters. And he was the number 9. Wow. Not that I'm not enthusiastic about talking to you guys. I just made the assumption that probably everybody on the East Coast would be in bed and maybe the boys would be coming in, but they're probably out riding their bikes. What do you think, Sick?
Yeah, Aussies are definitely riding. I think Dave is laying down. I think Dave's in a lot of pain today. I feel bad for Dave. He had his surgery on his eye,
Yeah, I watched him with that big old patch on his eye, and he finally raised it up and took that patch, and you can see all that mess running down his cheek area, and
yeah,
I'm sure he's happy that it's over with.
Yes, and I'm sure it's improving every day, but it's still, I'm sure, very painful. Anything eye, back, or mouth or tooth related, very painful.
Yeah, I was a kind of it's something that you don't really miss it until you don't have one. And you just put one hand over your eye and look how much depth of field you lose. Now, I've ridden just one eye. I got hit in Othello, Washington. I was on my chopper, and I had a helmet on my head, but I had aviator glasses on. And as I drove by this mint field at 80 miles per hour, thousands of birds came up out of the field. One of them drove its little head right above my sunglasses, right up under my helmet. And of course, all of his goodies on the inside sprayed out down here. And now it's all blood and guts in my eye. And I thought I lost my eye because the impact was unbelievable.
Oh my God.
I went to the Chevron station in Othello. I went there and washed my face real good. And I had the tiniest little cut on my eyebrow right here. Just a little cut. It didn't do the little bird any good, but I'm glad I didn't lose my eye.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hit a little bird.
Glasses didn't take out your eye. Did the glasses break?
No, it hit the metal frame. It bent the metal frame, and then it shoved his little head up under my helmet there. And and it
Damn.
squeezed all of his goodies out.
Oof.
One time we was going to Corpus Christi, Texas, on our motorcycle. We left San Antonio, Texas, and we're going down to Padre Island. We're going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to leave Sunday. Well, I'm sorry, we was going to leave Sunday evening and come home. Well, a buddy of mine had the pickup truck, and he had it loaded with all of our booze. Our buddy had a tendency to drink a little bit. Well, he got a little thirsty, and he went back there and started drinking out of them cases of beer. They stopped him in Beeville, Texas, and arrested him. Back in them days, wasn't no big deal. Driving was no such thing as driving while intoxicated or whatever. He was probably doing something dumb when they arrested him.
Yeah.
And we stayed over there in on Padre Island, and we finally found him Sunday evening when they released him from jail. But we stopped at a cafe, and while we was in there, we were clowning around with the waitress and stuff. And I used to smoke big cigars, and so I thought this would be a perfect time to light up a stogie. So I lit me a big old stogie up, and everybody had cigars. Well, after we got through with the place, we went out there, and I got on my bike, and I'm already running up into third gear when a chunk of fire that big off the end of that cigar went right in my eyeball. Just a frying meat. You could hear meat sizzling in there. I go, oh, hell. That was the most uncool thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Trying to be cool looking, I had a leopard skin vest. And this thing was leather, but it had that leopard's splotches on it and everything. And it had the fringe on it. I mean, I was like almost gay. I ain't kidding you. Had the fringe over my shoulders, man.
That's great. That's hysterical.
Don's mother.
That was so in during that time.
It was the Easy Rider and all that stuff. Don's mother is the one that made it for me. She sewed it up for me, and her and I, we were bikers. When Don was 7 months inside of his mama's belly, we wrecked in San Antonio, Texas, on the freeway. We went down at 70 miles per hour.
Wow.
And she was sliding on her back. And the car that was behind us, he slid it over her head under the bumper. So I get my bike up off the ground, and we had to work to get the handlebar out of the gas tank, but I got it back down there. And I got her up out from under the car. And other than being really skin up real bad, she didn't have any broken bones. So I got her on the back of the bike, and I had to take her to the hospital. And she had 3 days of really serious, difficult time. The baby, Donald, rolled around inside of her, and it messed her inner ear up. And so she had a hard time getting herself sorted out. But she did. And she had a good delivery. He was born in Pasco, Washington. And he made it all the way from Texas all the way up to Washington before he was born.
Wow.
They were trying to catch up with some of that. We'll be down.
It's something else.
Cheetah skin. My son said cheetah skin. Yeah, that was. Yeah. But it was cool back in the days, and we just did a lot of cool things. We rode a lot. I ain't kidding. Oh, yeah. My whole family would go with me to our race, and we'd go out there, and my not only was my mother there and my wife and children there, but my mother's mother-in-law was there, and they cooked this big spread. And they'd go out there, and everybody would be eating, and I'd be what you call a hill climb, a tire climb, where you got chains on your bike and you go up this big hill.
Yeah.
And we did hill climbing in those days. Anything for just a little bit of excitement.
That's awesome. I've never seen one of those.
they are really excited. Back in the days, I saw a guy in Tacoma, Washington, climb a really steep hill on a fueled Harley 900cc on fuel.
Wow.
A chain climb. He had chain on the rear tire. My God, I'm telling you, he made it within just a few feet from the top. And when that thing went out from under, it came all the way back down to the Puget Sound.
Oh,
Yeah, that bike was heavy.
yeah, that thing was not in the same condition when it came down as when it went
No.
up.
Yeah. I was on a big hill climb, and this guy that was in a 250cc class, he came over. He talked with me. I watched him race a lot of times, and he had hurt himself real bad in qualifying, and he was not going to be able to run. But he was a national contender, and he wanted to keep his points in AMA point standing. And he asked me if I'd take his bike, and he didn't have to worry about winning, losing, or whatever. Just take his bike and qualify, go up the hill, and it was a 250cc Challenger. It's made. The corporation was called Greaves. It came from England. Big square cylinder. It's called the Greaves Square Barrel. It was a round piston, of course, but the barrel was square and had a lot of fins on it. Okay, so I climbed the hill all the way to the top. It was a hot machine. Light, it was a 252 stroker. And I got up to the top. When I made the turn to come down, I made the decision to come back down the face of the hill rather than taking the access road. And that was my mistake, because see what happened there. The gear shift is on the opposite side. The brake pedal is on the opposite side. You got a gear shift on the right and a brake pedal on the left. You don't have no front brakes on a hill climber. That'll get you killed.
Yeah.
Started coming down through there. I kept pushing. At first, I just touched the brake a little bit. I wanted that back wheel to drag a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it kept picking up speed, and I pushed it a little harder. I went, this damn thing ain't slowing down. And man, I was pushing it down in low gear, and it was as far as it would go. And finally, before I got completely out of control, I realized the brake was. See, I had no reason to use a brake going up the hill, so I wouldn't even know it was over there.
Yeah, yeah.
I touched that pedal, and I felt a response, and I felt the back end try to go around me coming down the hill. I said, "Oh, we got it made now."
Okay, yeah.
So I qualified his bike for him, and then my machine broke, so I didn't get to do much. We took that same machine up to a place called Benton City, Washington, from San Joaquin, California. And we went up there and we raced in this bowl that they had set up for us. Really steep banks. Yeah, it was back in the days when the people used to ride barrels. Well, we were riding on these real steep concrete banks. And you wouldn't think that you could spin out on a bank. But if you're in a real sharp turn and you got the throttle on, that back end will tend to go up the ridge. And you're always by turning the front wheel a little bit that way to correct it. Well, when you get up there and you only got a 6-inch ridge at the top and you see yourself the way you're moving, you either got to get out of the throttle or you got to come down off the steep bank.
Yeah.
And of course, I stayed in it, got down and got myself the angle I needed to make like a diamond cut in the corner. The chain broke. When the chain broke, it sent me right over the top. I mean, I went over and I hit a Winnebago. Oh, yeah. That was on a 650 Bonneville. That was an old Bonneville that I was riding. Triumph.
Ouch.
A good night, north by southeast. You have yourself a good weekend. Thanks for being up with old Mac and his company.
Take care, Darren.
Darren?
Yeah, his name. He said his name in the chat before, Darren.
Darren. Okay.
Yeah. I thought you saw it. That's why I didn't say nothing.
No, I was busy talking
Yeah.
and yapping, and sometimes I let some of the comments
Yeah.
go by.
Yeah, his name's Darren. You said you were calling him something else. You were confusing him with somebody else. I remember.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Moto Oz or whatever over in Australia.
Oh yeah, South Osmodo.
Now, that's it. That's
South
what I had him.
Osmodo. Okay, I got
Yeah.
you.
And when he said he was in Georgia, I went, God, dang, why didn't I should have known that? But
Yeah. I wonder. He may be near T-Bone or Mr. Gregory, because they're both in Georgia.
yeah, he's not too far from Ray Gregory.
Oh, okay.
Well, it looks like it's time. You should be starting to get your nap in.
Yeah, I guess. I've already been sleeping for like 5-6 hours. I woke up at midnight. At midnight, I had 6 hours in already. 5 hours in. Well, not even. I can't say that because I probably fell asleep at 9 o'clock. About halfway through the live. I tried my best to stay awake, but I kept the camera off because I was laying down, you know. But yeah, I wasn't feeling too good either.
I was telling you about the elk over there in North Bend.
Yeah, because they were coming down because
Not
of
of the
the
snow.
cyclone.
Yeah, they come down every year.
They come
They
down
have
from
some.
Canada.
Pardon me?
They come down from Canada.
No, they come down out of the Cascade Mountains.
Oh, okay.
That is a herd called the Roosevelt herd. And sometimes they'd be as many as 1,500 down there in that little town.
Seriously?
They're everywhere. They lay on your yard and your lawn, and it's against the law to shoot them.
No kidding.
But they just walk the streets. I mean, they're not hemmed up. They're not. You have to watch for them.
Yeah, because they'll charge at you, right?
As big as they are, they don't usually have no curing for. They like to keep their little bunch together,
Yeah.
and they're very tribal, you might say. They stick pretty close together, and you notice there was a couple of big longhorned elk there. They're probably 2-year-old.
Yeah, standing guard.
Yeah, the 2 years old stays with the cows. See, after 2 years of age, they'll start moving out. They'll have their own little herd.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably the last year for them to be with this group. But we, when I was over at Mount Si, when you saw me and I pointed up there with my finger, me and a guy named Lee Burchett, we drew 2 sheep tags. You know, this is mountain sheep, not little sheep, none of them things. These are sheep, mountain sheep. And so we went up there and we took all of our supplies up there. When we got there, there was a herd of sheep, probably 600 yards, maybe 600 yards away, because I had a Leopold rangefinder on mine, and it was beyond my limit to get an actual distance because it ran out of focal length, and so we could see them. And so we laid and waited for them, hoping that you could see their trails. They would work their way closer into us. If we could get within 100 yards or so, that would be easier for getting the meat down off that mountain. And so we stayed up there. My buddy Lee, he nailed the first one. What he did is he got up like daylight and he walked down on one of those trails, very treacherous. From up there, you could fall a long ways and die. But anyhow, he walked down there and he bagged it. And anyhow, after we exhausted all of our food and alcohol, we decided to come home. So out of the two of us, one got a sheep, and I didn't get one.
Uh,
I've killed a lot of elk. Elk is it would feed the family. Elk is good eating. If you take you can take elk and mix it with beef and make hamburger. You can mix it with deer. You can mix it with a lot of things. Make summer sausage out of it. And we always liked elk season. Now we've always done good on elk because we didn't mind walking back in our days. We'd a 30-mile walk wasn't a big deal. I'm not kidding you. From the time you go in, as far as you can go. And if you know where your camping area is at, like Government Meadows or some of those spots, it's really, really good, productive area. You had to walk to get there. You couldn't sit down by the campground and wait for one to come to you.
yeah.
Yeah, we got up there at this place called Salmon-La-Sac. And after we made our last trip up, packing all of our goods up there for a week. Now we had to carry everything. I mean, that's many trips back and forth to get up there, you know. A huge rainstorm came in, and the wind was blowing real hard. We had a lean-to set up, and we had it anchored into rocks so it wouldn't blow. It wouldn't blow away. But when I woke up in the morning sick, I was wet from my where the mummy army sleeping bag. It was wet all the way down to my feet. I even had the liner in it. What had happened, my lean-to had blown away during the night, and I didn't know it, and I was laying out there in the rain.
Oh.
And I'm not talking about you a 75-degree rain either. We're talking about 40, 38, 40-degree weather.
Oh, that's miserable rain.
Yeah, then we had to dry our mummy bag out, which is filled full of down feathers.
Yeah. And that's got to be heavy when it's wet.
Yeah, OC said them elk could be, like busting in from Canada,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's elk naturally in Washington, or if they come, if the cyclone. I thought maybe the cyclone was pushing them down from Canada because it was so bad up there or something.
No, they have feeding stations in Canada like we have here. Like when you get up close to what they call the Quinault, you know where Angel's from up there in BC?
Yeah.
She's up there. She likes to ride over there by the Quinault. She likes to ride over by Okanagan. She's always talking about riding in the Okanagan. That place is just full elk is everywhere. And they also have the moose there.
Yeah.
And the feeding stations are really big. They have Army helicopters coming and dropping out bales of hay for them. And they do the same thing in America. They're really where the elk are trapped and they can't come down. They'll actually dump hay for them. And they'll take a C-131 and come in and roll it right off the back. A C-131.
Really?
Yeah, they can open that ramp on the back and roll in big old bales of hay out.
No kidding. That's amazing.
Yeah, the elk are a beautiful animal, and I'm really happy that a town like North Bend extends hospitality to the animals, and give them a safe haven.
Yeah.
The game department don't just let them lay around down there and tear stuff up. Now they will move the herds as the weather changes.
They'll guide them like out of town.
Yeah.
We'd be like, oh, there's too much elk shit everywhere. Get out of town.
And all your flowers and stuff, all the tops get eaten out of your shrubbery and all that stuff, and also people hit them with their cars and.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, they're always wanting to sue the state because they let them darn animals in our town. Damn them, damn animals.
But I mean, what do you get? They're big too. They're not small either. They're like small moose. They're
big animals, yes.
Yeah.
Some really good eating too.
Yeah.
That North Bend is a really productive area. I like to do what's called a late hunt there. Late hunt would be like late November, early December hunt. The reason being is the weather's so foul and so vicious that your average little puny person wouldn't want to go out in it. They'd say, "Oh, I'll wait." So you don't have all of them guys that just bought their new gun and want to try it out for the weekend. Them's when it kills you.
Yeah.
We went up there. I had a really nice pickup truck with a camper, 11-foot camper on the pickup truck, 3/4 ton. And when we came back home, I got up in the morning, my tire was really low, my right rear tire. So I went out there and inspected it. I couldn't see anything, so I took it down to the shop. And the guy broke it down. That's one L, and it was a 44-inch Mickey Thompson tire, huge tire. And they broke the thing down, and there was a bullet in my tire.
No kidding.
Yeah. One of the crazies probably taking a shot at something, and the bullet came in and went into went into the thread of my tire, right in the middle. Wrenched the tire. But some of the funniest things I've ever seen in North Bend, for instance, there's a guy pulled into the Chevron station, and he had a Ford Taurus station wagon. And up on the roof of the Ford Taurus station wagon was a mule deer. He had the front legs tied to the front bumper and the back legs tied to the rear bumper, and he had it strapped down up there on the roof. Now, when I got over there, the animal was swollen up so big that the straps was cut into his flesh, where the thing had swollen up. It was so full of gas. That thing the meat is burnt.
Yeah, why didn't they dress it? Why didn't they dress it?
That's just it. I mean, the thing still had the guts in it. Yep. No dressing the animal out. What we always did is we would find a creek when it was really warmed up on us. If we killed an animal, we'd dress it out and we'd put it in this cheesecloth bags. And we'd wrap it up in cheesecloth and put this in a sealed garbage bag, and we'd put that in the creek and let the cold water from the creek keep the meat fresh.
Oh, okay.
With elk and deer, you have a musculain on the buck back there, and if you get your hand in it, and if you ain't careful, you touch the meat, and you can really make the meat so gamey, most people won't eat it.
Wow.
So you have to really be careful around the musculain.
Yeah, you got to know what you're doing.
Yep. Well, buddy, I think I'm going to go ahead. I've done it for 1 hour and 8 minutes, and it looked like the boys
Or wind it down.
Parting is such sweet sorrow. Oh, see, it seems like every time you come home, I'm just leaving. So
That's all right, Matt. I miss you. I wanted to see you tonight.
I'm glad you stayed up so we could have a chance to chat.
Yeah.
And we're going to do another one. We was waiting for Don to call us. He left here. He lives quite a ways to the north, and he made it home through all the storm damage. And power is out everywhere. Coming home tonight, there were so many miles of no lights, no city lights, no red lights. Everything's out.
Everything's out.
Trees laying across the road where they cut these trees 5 foot in diameter, and you can see the butt ends are right next to the highway.
Yeah, there's Dave. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave. Oh man, I'm so happy we got a chance to see you there, buddy.
How you feeling? I'm glad you were resting today a little bit. You said you were gonna sleep a little. You were tired. Your eye hurt. Is it easing up a little bit, Dave? I hope it's easing up for you, man. It's only been a day or two. Tomorrow, Saturday will be 2 days.
Let me put the invite up here just in case he missed it. And He's got to promise not to show us his eyeball like you showed that sore on your foot.
Yeah, that was horrible. My foot looks a lot better.
Oh, I was going to ask you about it, but
Yeah, it's night and day, Mac. I mean, since they opened up the arteries in my leg, I don't know if you know I had an angioplasty done, right?
I heard you was going to, but I didn't know what the outcome was.
Yeah, they went
I've
in.
seen you.
Yeah, they went in. They opened up the arteries and everything, and ever since they opened up the arteries, it looks completely different. The colors come back in the foot. The healings, the redness has gone away. The black's gone from the wound. It's healing up nice. So it's
That's
good.
good.
Yeah.
We had a lot of people concerned.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way. It's almost like a blessing in disguise, kind of, because there's no way I would have found any of this information out unless I didn't hurt my foot. If I never hurt my foot, I never would have known that I had clogged arteries in my leg.
What did your circulation improve once they did that?
Yeah.
Significant.
Yeah, significantly. I mean, they had me like kind of out of it, but when they opened the balloons and they opened up the artery, it made my calf Charlie horse.
Oh, no.
I went from sedated to screaming Charlie horse at the top of my lungs on the table. And the nurse came over and just pushed the rest of the stuff into my IV, and I was like,
Oh,
I went from screaming Charlie horse to drooling on myself in the matter of seconds. And I did it twice. I remember sitting up twice. I tried to sit up on the table, and they're like holding me down. I'm like, oh, Charlie horse. I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, Charlie horse, Charlie horse, Charlie horse. Because, I mean, when you get a Charlie horse, you know what that feels like, Mac. It's like incredible, like pain immediately. You're like, holy shit, what is that? Pain. And that was them blowing the balloon up. So I guess the blood flow was cut off for a little bit, and that's why a Charlie horse. You know? Oh, he tried to get on, he said.
yeah, I see that.
Try again, Dave. Maybe. I don't know. Damn it. I'm just glad, Dave. You know, I feel like I felt so much better after the procedure was finished, and I'm sure Dave feels the same way. This procedure's done; it's out of the way. Now we can start healing, and like it's like it's on your mind constantly, you know, until it's over, you know. I'm not a big fan of procedures.
No. Hey, she's getting everything ready to.
All right, Mac. Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right.
Hey, tell the rest of the guys we said hello to all of them, and we're going to try to get back in. I may do a show early in the morning. I don't know. I didn't get up to 10 o'clock today.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
That's something else. That never happens, right, Mac?
No, it never happens. But,
all right. I'll see you soon, Mac. You take care. Dave, take care of yourself. It was good. I wish you would have got on, but we'll see you tomorrow, my friend, okay?
yeah. We'll make a better view of it. All right.
Yeah. So long,
Bye-bye.
Mac. So long, Dave.
I'm gonna finish the last batch of